This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down day by day, and let you know how to navigate. So we are currently in Leo season. What a shift. I mean, Cancer season is always very emotional and heavy. And now it's time to actually make some moves. And I've been saying this for a while, really. It's time to walk the walk. We can't just say things anymore. We can't just talk the talk or set these intentions. I mean, yes, you have to have intentions, but you also got to make some moves. So, it's going to be really interesting to see how the next month or so plays out, because we also have Venus retrograde. And this is going to affect a lot of our relationships, how we value, what we value. So let's take a look at this week. Let's start off with Monday. And we have work through your fears. The future is exciting. It doesn't have to be scary. I understand why it can be scary for some, because it's the unknown. But is the comfort zone so comfortable, as I always say? I mean, if it is, why do we want to leave it? So let's take a look at Tuesday. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I think a lot of people are in fear of what's next. Like I just said, naturally, right? It's almost like, what am I going to be worried about when I have nothing to worry about? And here's the thing, you don't have to worry about anything. Worry about things you can control versus the things that you can't control. Easier said than done, I totally understand, but we really need to let some things go. Conclusions are within reach. Wow, okay, universe is like I said what I said. So Wednesday, you're gonna notice again that things really are falling to the wayside. And on Thursday, this says meditate and contemplate. So here's the thing, you have a lot to think about. Okay, now I don't want you overthinking to the point of like that's all you're doing and you're exhausting yourself. But maybe there are some things you need to think about in a different way. Maybe meditation is key, to clear your mind, to clear the clutter. And on Friday, we have, bring love into the situation. There are some feelings here, definitely. Feelings for another person, hence Venus retrograde, maybe some reevaluation of those feelings, but also bringing your heart into things. It could be work, it could be daily life, whatever it is, studying something, but that does have a very relationship vibe to me there. And I want you to know that you are good enough, okay? On Saturday, you can see how this energy is leading into here. You are good enough. Now on Sunday, we have your hard work is paying off. I repeat myself often with this. It's almost like we want to give up before the finish line. And you're at that point where you're so close to achieving a goal, you can't ever give up. Giving up is not an option. Surrendering is totally different. Surrendering is letting go, letting God, letting the universe take the wheel, trusting the process and allowing things to come to you while you live your life. I can't stress to you enough, we cannot wait. Time we never get back. And a sneak peek for the following week. This is a time to give rather than take, and I think you're going to be very tested with that. I'm not a fan of this card. I always say this. I think, yes, you can give, but you have to make sure that there is some reciprocation there, okay? And we'll see what the other cards are when we clarify. But let's go back. I'm going to be using what I call my BFD, which is Big French deck. This is a deck that I bought when I was over in Europe, and I love the imagery on it. So let's take a look at what we need to know for Monday. Okay, so work through your fears. The Three of Wands is a card that says, we don't chase, we attract. That's great, okay? On the other hand, it also says don't sit on the sidelines. And if you have any fears of starting something new, exploring something, starting business, a relationship, whatever it is, you can't sit on the sidelines anymore. You have no choice but to try. Why not? If your comfort zone's so comfortable, why do you want to leave it? So therefore, now it's saying don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Make some moves in your life. Now the end of a tough cycle approaches. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords means dead, done, and over with. It's time to accept that a cycle is ending, okay? Conclusions are within reach. On Wednesday, well, here is the Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords is a card of being logical and decisive, but here's the thing. Why do I feel this? And I guess you guys can let me know in the comments. It almost feels like somebody's doing one last look over the shoulder. And the Page of Swords is a card of spying and observing on social media. You might be looking up somebody's social media profile, looking at old conversations, old pictures. Maybe you're feeling nostalgic and you're kind of having one last moment before you make a move. You know, there has to be an acceptance that the old story or the old narrative is just that. It's old. It's in the past. It's not the current situation. And if we want different, we have to do different. And so this meditate and contemplate, let's see what we need to know about that. We talked about what you need to think about. Here we go. The Hermit, of course. The Hermit, searching your soul. It's time to meditate on what you want, to be very clear in what you want. So let's take a look at Friday. The World. Beautiful. Bring love into the situation. I don't want to say, it sounds so cheesy, you know, you're my world. You know, you're my world in general. You are theirs, they're yours. But, you know, there's some lovey vibes here. But the world is also completion of a cycle again. And maybe it's time to go to the next level in whatever this is, whether it's love, whether it's work, studying, take it as it resonates. But this essentially says it's time to move to the next level. Now on Saturday here, we have You Are Good Enough. Of course, this is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional beginning. You've got to fill your own cup. I always say you can't have two cups without one, right? So if you want the Two of Cups, which is all about relationships and deep soul connections and love, you've got to fill your own cup. And by the way, that is not selfish to fill your own cup. All right, so let's take a look at Sunday, and we have the Nine of Swords. Your hard work is paying off. It's almost like some of you are worried that you're not going to get to where you need to, or that you're not moving quickly enough. Okay, so let's take a look here at the sneak peek for the following week, because I really wanted to see that. See, a time to give rather than take. Here's the thing. 10 of Wands, burdens, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally exhausted. To me, it's almost like somebody who's sitting here saying, I do this, and this for everybody else, and who thinks about me? And you've got to really evaluate who you're giving to, how you're giving, are you receiving in return? And I don't mean with expectations, but it has to be reciprocal in some ways, right? So even just looking at these cards before I go into the Oracle deck, you know, I can see nines, right? 10. Nines and tens are being on the brink of major change, right? Nines are about solitude, sometimes even being single. Tens are ending of a cycle. 1 + 0 is a 1. So therefore starting new. I mean, we have the World card here, completion of a cycle, going to the next level. So, you know, there's this Ace of Cups again, brand new beginnings. You can really see the trends here in these cards saying it's time. It's time to move forward. So let's take a look at the Oracle cards. Let's go back to Monday. And here we go, ambition. Are you ambitious? Excuse me. Where do you see yourself going? Okay, it could even be about your career, development, longevity. Let's see, on Tuesday, that 10 of Swords. Yeah, the Beaver. Things working for you, but also against you. Okay, but you are determined to make things happen, make your dreams real. You got to keep pushing forward no matter how tired you are. And the Page of Swords, they milk you out. Come on, you can't make this up. This is all about spying or observing. So somebody might be taking one last look before making a move or making a decision. Either that or you're really feeling somebody telepathically. Okay, so let's take a look Thursday with the Hermit and think, the moon, trust your intuition. There's a bit of worry and anxiety here, but again, a need to release, a time to let go. Okay, so the World card here, you're on the right track. You're going to the next level. Go the distance. You've got this. Okay, on Saturday, you are good enough. Yes, there's the Sun. Beautiful. This is the happiest card in the deck. Okay, on Sunday, the fireworks. You're going to be celebrating. Stop worrying. You know, your hard work is paying off. You're going to get to where you want to be. You are on the right track. Don't doubt yourself. I mean, listen, passion, chemistry, lust, happiness, excitement. Celebration, explosive, hot energy. So let's take a look at that sneak peek there. So that giving and taking thing that we were talking about, the burdens. Yes, spring into action. This is basically telling you to start doing things for you. There is nothing wrong with wanting to fill your own cup. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple Power of Surrender cards here. We have surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. I really hope this resonates with you. Thank you for listening to my reading, and I wish you a wonderful week.